Good morning. Today I'm going to be doing an easy run in the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V2s. I had the Rebel V1s. They had a one-piece booty construction upper. It was the first time New Balance had fuel cell foam, a little bit of a different foot shape. I found those shoes to be very lightweight and very fast, but they've changed the fuel cell foam quite a bit. That foam was more brittle, more kind of firm. The newer version of fuel cell is very soft, very compressive, very lively. This is the same type of foam that's in the RC Elite V2 that I wore yesterday. Since I just wore that shoe yesterday, I wanted to take this one out today to do kind of a comparison between these two fuel cell based shoes. The thing that's interesting is the Rebel is kind of more of a tempo shoe. The Rebel is a lighter weight shoe, a lower stack shoe. With this run today, I'll probably get it up close to 200 miles that I put on this shoe. I found it to be very versatile. Probably one of the most versatile shoes I have. That and the Saucony Endorphin Speed are probably two of the most versatile shoes that are capable of handling all different paces, all different types of runs. I actually have brought this shoe on a lot of trips because it's the fuel cell foam being so comfortable. It's just nice to walk around in when I'm not running. So I find this shoe very comfortable, you know, going to the airport, walking around at your final destination. It's a comfortable and stylish shoe, so I like it just for everyday wear. But then it's also kind of an in-between type of shoe. I find you could do easy runs in it, and you can also do faster paced tempo runs in it. So if I'm only bringing one running shoe on a trip, this kind of checks all those boxes. I can take it out for those easy, slower paced runs, and if I want to turn it up and do a tempo run, I can do that as well. So it kind of gives me a one shoe option to accomplish a lot of different types of runs. So I want to compare this to how the RC Elite felt yesterday and give an update. So we'll do that now. The New Balance RC Elite V2 has an engineered mesh upper that's very breathable and sturdy. It has some structure in the heel, but it's still a flexible heel. There's a non-gusseted tongue that lays over your foot and stays in place. Once you tie the laces, I don't find that it moves on me at all. The fuel cell midsole is very soft but bouncy. It's compressive like the RC Elite, but much more lively in this shoe. There's 30 millimeters of drop in the heel, well 30 millimeters of fuel cell in the heel, 24 millimeters in the forefoot for a 6 millimeter drop. It comes in at 8.5 ounces, 240.5 grams. So that was interesting today. Did an easy pace run in the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel 2s. Basically the same run I did yesterday in the New Balance Fuel Cell RC Elite 2s. So I just finished 8 miles at easy pace. Huge difference between these two shoes. The biggest difference is in the stack height. The Rebels are much lower to the ground. They feel much lighter. They feel much more responsive. You're not sinking in nearly as much as you do in the RC Elite. So to me, I get a lot quicker turnover. I feel faster in this shoe. I would say definitely if someone's doing a race or a run under 10 miles, advantage to the Rebels 100%. They feel faster, they feel more energetic. I feel like I don't have to work as hard to move my legs to get my turnover going. The big benefit of those RC Elite on the longer run, having that extra cushioning helps over those longer miles, but they just feel much more ponderous, you know, bigger, clunky on your feet, whereas these Rebels just feel great. They're nice and quick turnover, much more like the Takumi Sen 8. I feel like those are a little bit more responsive than these. These are softer than the Takumi Sen. The fuel cell is still very soft as far as the foams go. This one though is definitely more responsive than in the RC Elites. I have almost 200 miles on this shoe right now, I believe. So I've also compacted it a little bit at this point, but just having less of that stack also means it's a more responsive ride. Hello again, and welcome back to the review of the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V2. So I went over a lot of the specs during the run footage there, but just to kind of review some of that, this is an incredibly flexible neutral shoe. You can bend it right in half, you can twist it from side to side, you can compress it. You know, this fuel cell foam is very, very squishy. But again, as I mentioned in the video, this is more responsive than in the RC Elite V2. The RC Elite, having more of the foam, really sinks in a lot more. This one is much more responsive. It rebounds quicker, and you get through that stride more naturally. So I actually find this to be a faster shoe than the RC Elite V2. It's also lighter as well. So for shorter distances, I would definitely recommend this one over the RC Elite. Where that one's going to have an advantage is longer runs over 10 miles. You're going to start to benefit from that extra cushioning, that extra comfort. But this one, you can really turn up the pace. I find it to be a great versatile shoe that you can do long runs in at easy pace. You could do tempo runs in it. You could even do a race in this shoe. I probably wouldn't because I have other options. But this is another one where if someone was looking for one shoe that could do a lot of different things, this is a great choice for that. There's also a little hologram thing. Look at that. New Balance. Fuel cell. Fun technology. So those are some of the things with that. I mentioned it has a non-gusseted tongue, but this again kind of sits right over your foot, and once you tie it in, it stays in place. The heel counter doesn't have much structure to it, but again, that's actually the type of heel counter I prefer. You can see there's two types of mesh in the upper here. One here and then a different one running through there. The one real downside to this shoe is durability. Since the midsole is so soft, it is feeling a little bit different now than when I first started with it. And the outsole rubber on this shoe is also very soft. These used to be raised, these little triangles here, and these are pretty much, you can see that one is still kind of raised up. All these other ones are worn down, and the rubber in the front as well is worn down. So this is just short of 200 miles. On the back here, this is still looking pretty good. Again, I'm not a heel striker, so this part is fine, but the forefoot where I'm striking more and the toe off, I'm definitely getting some wear. So I think I might get this shoe up to 300 miles, but then it's gonna pretty much be done. So it doesn't have the durability of some of the other shoes like a Saucony Endorphin Speed, but this is competitive with that in a lot of ways. I think those two shoes are two of the most versatile shoes. This one is much lighter though, so if I was trying to go fast for a shorter distance, I would pick this over the Speed. But again, with the Speed, this one has 220 miles on it, actually 230 miles on it. And you can see here the outsole is basically untouched. So this is much more durable outsole rubber. And also that midsole being kind of more tightly packed is also more resilient. This shoe has less twist in it than this one does. So this one is really a great shoe. I really enjoy it, and it's reasonably priced as well. This shoe, brand new, is $130, and now the Fuel Cell Rebel 3 just came out. You can get these on sale pretty much anywhere. I've seen prices for $80 for this shoe, $75 for this shoe. If you can get it less than $100, it's the best shoe you've ever had for less than $100. And even at $129, you know, a lot of those daily trainers, like this one gets up to $160. It's $30 less. I'm going to get more durability from this shoe, but this one's giving me speed at a really low price. So to compare it to a few other things, I also have another daily trainer here from Puma. This is the Velocity Nitro 2. This has their nitrogen infused foam in there. Puma Grip has a really great outsole. This is going to be a very durable shoe, but it's also a lot heavier. This one is 10.93 ounces, so almost 11 ounces in my size, where this one was coming in significantly lighter. Again, this is just 8.5 ounces in my size of 12.5. So as far as being a light shoe, a fast shoe, this one really does it all. As I mentioned before, I've really enjoyed this being part of my running shoe rotation. I can take it out for sessions where I'm trying to run fast. I can take it out for easy runs, and it's comfortable at whatever pace you're trying to run. So I really think this is an excellent shoe. So on my buy it, wait, or second rate, this is 100% a buy it. This shoe, if you can find it on sale, it's a fantastic deal. Even at full price, it's a great deal. I haven't tried the version 3 of this shoe yet, but the V2 was significantly better than the first version of the shoe, and really I think one of the best, most versatile kind of daily trainers you can get out there. It could be a tempo shoe, a daily trainer, and maybe even up to a race shoe for some of those shorter distances. So that's my review of the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V2. Remember to like and subscribe. I said it this time. So we'll hope to grow the channel, and I'll see you with another review soon. Thanks.